Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Smarter Everyday Over Learning. Students, how are you all? I hope you are all doing good. And students, in our previous class, I explained about hybridization and how to find the hybridization in the given molecules or in the given compounds by using the simple trick I explained in my previous video. And who didn't see that video, I'll give the description box the link so you can go through that. Students, now in this class I would like to share with you the hybridization types with some examples and some clear idea about hybridization types. So let's start the class, students. First, hybridization. The definition you know very well, students. The concept of mixing the atomic orbitals into new hybrid orbitals, those which are having different energies or shapes suitable for the pairing of electrons to form chemical bonds in the valency bond theory. Students, here in this definition of hybridization, hybrid orbitals can be formed, that is finally. That means if for suppose S and P, these two orbitals are there, then these two can get combinedly together to form sp hybrid orbital. So this is the hybrid orbital forming from S and P. So students, here see, suitable for the pairing of electrons. These electrons means those are nothing but valency electrons. Which electrons are going to form in the bond, that means which electrons are going to participate in the bonds, those only pairing of electrons to form chemical bond. Okay students, let's get into the topic. Types of hybridization, those are, first one students, that is sp hybridization, and students sp2 and sp3, sp3d, sp3d2 and sp3d3. Okay students, this is about the types of hybridizations. Then here two hybrid orbitals can be formed. Why? Because one is the s orbital, then second one is the p orbital, so that two hybrid orbitals can be formed. Here see students, 2 plus 3, here 4, here 5, 6 and 7. So this is the number of the final formed hybrid orbitals. So students, let's get into the class. First one, types of hybridization, that is sp hybridization. So let's start the class. The first one, sp hybridization. Students, the molecules or the compounds which are showing the sp hybridization, those must have the structure of linear structure. So let's start the example with beryllium difluoride. So students, here the central atom BeF2, here students the central atom is beryllium, then the atomic number of beryllium is 4, so that by using the atomic number we have to write the electronic configuration for this 1s2 and 2s2. So this is the electronic configuration for ground state energy level. And students, for this beryllium, another state of electronic configuration also is there, that is excited state. Excited state of electronic configuration, that is beryllium 4, 1s2 1s2, 2s1 and 2p1. Why? Because students, why it needs to show that excited state of electronic configuration means, students, if you see here the electronic configuration, this is outermost shell. L is the outermost shell. So beryllium has 2 valency electrons. So that these 2 electrons are going to participate in the bond. So that students, if you see here 2 single electrons are present means there is a possibility to form a bond with the another atom. So students, if you do like this, this is 1s orbital, 2 electrons. This is 2s orbital, only 1 electron. This is 2p orbital, also has only 1 electron. So students, these 2 are the single electrons. These are ready to form a bond with the another atom. See students, let's get into that BeF2. So that fluorine, students, fluorine atomic number 9 and the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. 2p5. Okay students, so in this is 2s orbital, has 2 electrons. This is 2s orbital. P orbital contains px and py and pz. So students, here 5 electrons can be arranged like this, 4 and 5. So students, here see only 1 single electron is present in pz orbital. So that these 2 electrons are going to form bond with this 1 electron. So BeF2, that means only 1 Be beryllium atom and 2 fluorines. F2, right students? So 2 fluorines. Like this type of arrangement must be there twice. So students, here 2 sp hybrid orbitals can be formed students, and 2s1 orbital of beryllium with, that means 2s1, this orbital of beryllium with 1 pz orbital of fluorine. Clear students? 2s1 orbital of this beryllium is going to form bond with 2 pz orbital of this fluorine. Again students, 2p1, here 1 electron is there in 2p1, so that 2p1 orbital of beryllium is going to form bond with again 2pz orbital of fluorine. Clear students? This is about sp hybridization of example BeF2 and students, which has linear structure. So if you see the structure of beryllium, that must be like this students, BeF2, here the bond angle should be 180 degrees, and just I can draw the structure. You can see this linear structure students, linear structure. So here these are the bond pair of electron. This is for beryllium and this is for fluorine. So here one 2s and one 2p, and here both 2p only. So the final structure will be like this linear structure, the bond angle 180 degrees. Okay students, let's start the second example, that is sp2 hybridization. Number 2 is sp2 hybridization. Students, in this finally 3 hybrid orbitals can be formed. Why? Because 2 p orbitals and 1 s orbital is going to involve in this hybridization, so that the finally formed hybrid orbitals can be 3. So students, if you see the structure of this hybridization having compounds, that is planar. So sp2 hybridization is also known as planar hybridization. So for this, if you see the example, that is boron trifluoride, BF3. So let's get into the structure of BF3 with the help of its atomic number and its electronic configuration. Students, BF3, the central atom is boron. So boron atomic number 5. Then its electronic configuration, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. 2p1. So students, this is, here see students, only one single electron is present, so that obviously boron, if you see this, 3 is the valency electrons number. So obviously the boron valency also 3, so that boron needs to form 3 bonds with the other atoms. So students, this is ground state electronic configuration. Then students, boron needs to show the excited state electronic configuration also to satisfy its valency. So now here BF3 means BF3. 3 fluorines are there, so that boron has to form 3 bonds here. So the excited state must be like this: 1s2, 2s1 and 2px1, 2py1, 2pz0. Why? Because this is excited state. Excited state electronic configuration. So students, you can ignore this, and if you write, this is 2s orbital, and students, for the p orbital there are 3 degenerating orbitals are present. This is 2px and 2py and 2pz. Here one electron, here one electron, here there is no electron. So in this structure you can identify there are 3 single electrons, so that these 3 single electrons are going to going to form a bond with this fluorine. So students, let's write the fluorine electronic configuration, that as we did in the previous. Electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p5. So students, the valency electrons are 7 here. So you can draw for this p orbital 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Then students, this is pz, pz1. This is about fluorine. So here 3 single electrons, here only 1 electron, so that let us see the bond formation. Okay students, here 2s1 orbital of boron is going to form bond with 2pz orbital of fluorine. So students, here 2s orbital is going to form a bond with this, and students, second bond must be 2px1, that is here 2px1 orbital of boron is going to form a bond with again 2pz of fluorine. Why? Because students, these fluorines must be 3 here, so that. And next one students, 2py1 of boron is going to form bond with again 2pz of fluorine. So this is about the bond formation of boron with fluorine. Let's draw the structure of BF3. This is the structure for BF3 molecule. See students, here the bond pair of electrons, then this is boron atom, and these are the fluorine atoms. Then the rough diagram B, and here also fluorine. Here students, if you see the bond angle, that must be 120 degrees. This is the structure, that is planar structure for sp2 hybridization. Let's start the third one, sp3 hybridization. So finally 4 hybrid orbitals can be formed, students. In this sp3 hybridization, it has the structure for sp3 is tetrahedral. So the structure is tetrahedral, so that this sp3 is also called as tetrahedral hybridization. The best examples for this, students, methane molecule. The molecular formula is CH4. In this, carbon and hydrogen is present. So students, carbon is the central atom here. So students, if you see the carbon atomic number 6. So students, if you write the electronic configuration for this, 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. So this is the electronic configuration for these, students. If you do like this, the first shell and second shell contains only 4 electrons. So this is ground state electronic configuration. There is no need to draw the electronic configuration of excited state. Why? Because in the ground state only the outermost electrons are 4, students, here. So no need to write the excited state of electronic configuration. So students, if you see like this, and CH4 for that hydrogen is 1s1. So 1s2. So students, here electrons are combinedly present, so that you need to draw the excited state of electronic configuration. Why? Because if the electrons are present in this way, double electrons, there is no chance of forming the bond, so that you have to write, students, then 2s1, 2px1 and 2py1 and 2pz1. Okay, students. So this is excited state electronic configuration. If you draw like this is 2s orbital and this is the p orbital, 2px and 2py and 2pz here, single electrons. You have to draw like this. Why? Because if there is only single electron, there is a chance of forming a bond. So students, for hydrogen only 1s1. So hydrogen must be like this, that is only 1s orbital. So students, if for example this 1s orbital of hydrogen is going to form a bond with this, and another hydrogen atom of this orbital is going to form bond with this, and like this, students. So why? Because CH4, there must be 4 hydrogens are present. So this is the electronic configuration details. Then if you draw the structure of tetrahedral hybridization, students, it must be like this. Okay, here 4 hydrogens must be located at the edges of this, and inside the orbitals there must be bonded electrons. So these are the hydrogens, and middle one, this is the carbon. So this is the structure. For methane molecule, here the bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes. This is about the bond angle. And third one, sp3 hybridization. And students, let's start that next one, sp4. Fifth one. Fourth one, the number 5 is the hybrid orbitals, sp3d. So finally formed hybrid orbitals must be 5, sp3d. Number 4, sp3d hybridization. This is also called as trigonal bipyramidal hybridization. The best example for these, students, PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride. So students, in this, finally the formed hybrid orbitals can be 5. So here, students, 3 coplanar and 2 perpendicular to this plane. That means by seeing the structure, you can say like this. I'll explain you later, students. Wait. First one, Phosphorus pentachloride, if you see this example, the central atom is phosphorus. The atomic number of phosphorus is 15. So students, if you write the atomic number and electronic configuration, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3s, 3p, 3p3. If you count these numbers, you should get 15. So according to the Moeller chart, you can draw this electronic configuration. Then this is the outermost shell. So students, if you denote these electrons like this is 3s orbital and this is 3p orbital. 3p3 just like 3px and 3py and 3pz, 1 1 1, here these electrons. So students, this is the ground state electronic configuration, ground state. So PCl5, that means phosphorus valence electrons are 5. So students, it ready to form 5 bonds with chlorine. Now students, if you see excited electronic configuration for this phosphorus, it can be 2s1 and 2px1. If you see the excited state of electronic configuration of phosphorus, see students, here 3s2, 3p3. So if the excited state configuration must be, one electron should go from 3s orbital to the next orbital is 3d. Here students, 3s, 3p, the next one is 3d, right? So this electron must go to the 3d orbital. So students, in the excited state electronic configuration must be 3s1, 3px1, 3py1, 3pz1. Another one electron must go to the dxy1, dxy orbital. Why? Because students, in d orbital there are 5 degenerating orbitals: dxy, yz, zx, x square, y square and z square. So students, this one electron will be added here, x1. Then this is the p orbital, only 3, that is px, py, pz. These are all having single electrons. Here 3s orbital also has single electron. So here students, 1 2 3 4 5, PCl5, 5 single electrons can be presented here in the excited state of electronic configuration. So students, if you see the chlorine electronic configuration by seeing its atomic number, chlorine atomic number 17, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Okay students, and this is the outermost shell, that is valency shell. So if you draw this detailed structure for this 3s, and this is p, px and py and pz. 5 electrons are present here students, 1 2 3 4 5. So here only in the pz orbital there is a single electron. So students, chlorine atoms are 5 here in PCl5, so that this pz orbital is going to form bonds with these 3s and px1, py1, like this. Okay students, I'll show you this one. This single electrons can be pairing up here like this. Students, if you see the structure of PCl5, that is trigonal bipyramidal, so that must be like this students. Here phosphorus and here are the chlorines. 4 1 2 3 4 5. 5 chlorine atoms are present around the central atom. This is the structure for trigonal bipyramidal PCl5. Let's start the fifth one. The fifth one is sp3d2. So students, sp3d2, in this the final formed hybrid orbitals can be 6 students. So this is also known as octahedral hybridization. If you draw the structure of this, you can get octahedral shape. Let's start this clearly with an example. Number 5. Example is SF6, sulfur hexafluoride. So students, here the central atom is sulfur. So if you write the electronic configuration of sulfur with the help of its atomic number, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. Then if you draw the shells for this, first shell, second shell, that is K, L, M. So students, M is the third shell, so that this is the outermost shell, that means valency shell. If you draw the clear-cut notation for these electrons, in 3s orbital there must be 2 electrons. In px, py, pz orbital there are single electrons here, py1 and pz1. So this is ground state electronic configuration. So students, for SF6 it needs to form 6 bonds with fluorine, so that in its excited state there must be 6 electrons can be presented. So students, if you draw the excited electronic configuration for the sulfur, it can be in 3s1 single electron, 3px1, 3py1, 3pz1, like this, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Total 6 electrons are located here, like this. Now students, for fluorine, atomic number 9, and students, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. Then 7 electrons are the outermost shell electrons, those are the valency electrons. If you draw the ground state electronic configuration for these students, this is 2s orbital and 1, 2, 2px1 and 2py1 and 2pz1. So students, there are only 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there is only one single electron is presented in 2pz1 orbital. So this 2pz1 orbital, there is a bond between, like this. Why? Because 6 fluorine atoms are present here and only 1 sulfur is present here. So in sulfur, 3s1, 1 electron, single electron is going to form bond with 2pz1, 1 single electron. So this is the structure. Clear information about SF6 compound. And students, if you see the structure for this, it must be like this. Here is the central atom, that is sulfur, and these are the surrounding atoms, those are fluorine. The structure must be like this, students, that is SF6. Now let's start the next one, sp3d3. sp3d3, then there are 7 hybrid orbitals can be formed. Let's start with an example. Number 6, sp3d3, that is also called as pentagonal bipyramidal hybridization. Students, for this the best example is iodine septafluoride, IF7. So students, here iodine is the central atom, fluorine atoms are the surrounding atoms. So if you see the iodine atomic number 53, its ground state electronic configuration should be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6, 5s2, 4d10, 5p5. Students, if you segregate this configuration into shells wise, if you see, this is K shell, first shell, and students, this is second shell, L, and this is M shell, this is also M shell, and students, N shell, This is O shell. I have changed the colors here. So the outermost shell is here 5s2 and 5p5. So students, 7 electrons are present in its outermost shell, so that these 7 electrons can be participating in the bond. So students, if you write for iodine, excited state electronic configuration, excited state, that must be 5s1. Here only one electron, but here in the p orbital 5px1, 5py1, 5pz1. Here in the d orbital there are 5 degenerating orbitals. Those are 5dxy1, 5dyzy1, 5dxz1. So x square, y square and z square must be 0. Here there is no electron, students. Then this is the excited state of electronic configuration for the iodine. So here 7 single electrons are there. So that, students, for the fluorine atomic number 9 and the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. If you draw like this, 2p5. Okay, students, here only one single electron, so that 5s1 orbital single electron is going to form bond with this 2pz1 electron, and 5px1 also is forming bond with this 5py1 also, 5pz1 also, 5dxy1 also, 5dyz1 also, 5dzx1 also. So students, like this, in between these single electrons, those bonds can be formed. Okay, students. Then if you see the structure for this, iodine is the central atom. The structure will be like this. 7 fluorine atoms is surrounded the iodine. Iodine is the central atom. So students, this is about our today's class about types of hybridizations with their relevant examples with its bond angles. Let's recall the concept what we have learned now, hybridization definition and those types, and finally hybrid orbitals, how many can be formed, and students, sp hybridization, linear structure, and its examples also we have learnt, and students, sp2 the structure. Okay, students, and sp3 also called as tetrahedral, for this methane molecule also we saw, and sp3 trigonal bipyramidal, PCl5 the structure also we explained, and students, sp3d2 octahedral, that is the structure, and students, sp3d3 pentagonal bipyramidal, for this iodine IF7 also I explained. This is about hybridization type, students, and if you have any doubts, please convey that message in the comment section, students. Please subscribe to my channel for my further updates. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.